Hey folks, it's Finn. I cannot believe that after only just a year and a half in Dawlish, I'm about to move on. I thought I would do one last wander and a little bit of reflection about my time here in Dawlish. When I moved here last June, I was expecting this to be the place that I settled and I made my home, my forever home really, I guess, or at least for a long period of time. I certainly wasn't expecting to be preparing to move this soon. But this year has been one of many things I did not expect. I think if this year had a title, it would be the most unexpected year ever. It started off with tragedy, my best friend dying, with surgery going wrong, and then moved into like sexuality awareness, new relationships. It's certainly been one of lots of ups and downs and surprises. And so now, to be preparing to move is yet another surprise. If I think about it, over this last year I've changed so dramatically, it's become apparent that Dawlish might not be the best place for me. There isn't that much diversity here really, and I've discovered myself as a not so straight man. I wasn't expecting that. I've started having relationships with all different sorts of people. I wasn't expecting that. And in terms of that sort of thing, in terms of the LGBT community and the gay community, there really isn't that much going on up here. And I have been thinking for a while that I might want to look at moving at some point. And now this is where, the saying goes that there is no good and bad, there's just experience and what you do with it. And my experiences have all led me up to this point, and now with my mum being really, really ill, clearly to the point that she's going to need more support and that spending time with her now is crucial, that was the kind of icing on the cake that it's time now to move on. But boy, what a time we've had here. There is a saying that goes, people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And I actually think it's probably the same with places. And I do think with Dawlish that it came into my life for a reason. It's been more like an extended holiday. After I split up with my ex-partner, I think I really needed to be somewhere where I could just feel at peace. I mean, look at the surroundings. I mean, it's just idyllic. It's just absolutely beautiful. And to be in nature, by the sea that I love so much, it's been such a healing time here for me, and I think I really, really needed that. But then as things moved on from healing to kind of going out into the world and meeting new people and experiencing new things, it was quite clear that those things have actually been taking me more and more away from Dawlish. There's been loads of people I've connected with, loads of events I've gone to, and they've all been outside of Dawlish. And it just seems that although I've made some really, really wonderful friends here, I haven't really made that life here that I thought I was going to make. But that's fine. I think I just needed to be here as a place to regather myself. And moving down to Sussex, I'm right bang in the middle of LGBT Central in terms of exploring myself, more volunteer work, going to events. It's just going to be ideal. So I really do think that out of tragedy with Mum has brought an awareness and of what I need to do to move on, and these things always happen at the right time for the right reason. I am going to be really, really sad to leave here though. Really, really sad. It's quite a difficult one for me because it's just so new to be moving somewhere, to be moving away from somewhere where I haven't upset anyone. I shared this when I first moved to Dawlish from Oxford. You know, whenever I've moved before, for those who don't watch my channel, I'm in recovery from drugs and alcohol, 7 years clean and sober. And in the rooms of AA, we talk about geographicals, and that's where you kind of just keep moving from place to place because you get in trouble, or you're trying to escape yourself, or you're trying to make a change, and you just keep changing your environment but not yourself. I thought I was just travelling, but actually that's what I was doing. I was just moving around and trying to find the solution to my problems outside of myself rather than within myself. Now moving, it's very different. I'm moving out of choice. It's not because I've upset anyone or I have to move on. And that's still quite novel. So it makes it really hard because my heart aches to say goodbye to Dawlish, but at the same time my heart knows that moving down to Sussex is the right thing. But it would be so much easier if it was just, nope, Dawlish needs you to go. But it's not like that, is it? So making these decisions, it's actually a lot more complicated than it once was. Oh dear. Do I have any regrets? No. I was here for the right reasons, for the right time, I think. The only regret I have is that I didn't start the coastal walks thing that I was going to do here. I've done lots of walking, but I was going to do the vlogging of the coastal walks that I never got around to doing. But Eastbourne is beautiful, East Sussex is beautiful, and so I'm going to do the coastal walks, but from there. And I think Eastbourne is going to be an interesting one because that's where I grew up and where I didn't think I'd return to. But I think actually this is another really, really important part of my recovery. I'm going to go back to Eastbourne, to where my drinking started, where my mental health problems started. And so I think this is also what I'm being called to do in part of my recovery and self-evolution, is return to Eastbourne, make new memories, recover from the past. So I'm going to do the coastal walks in Eastbourne, and I'm going to do lots of other walks as well that involve like childhood places and do some reflecting on that, and I think that'll be a fun thing to share. I really want to thank everybody that made this move possible. When I moved last time, I had no deposit, no savings, and knowing I needed to move out of Oxford, without all of your help with the GoFundMe account, I wouldn't have been able to do it as quickly as I did, and getting out and getting here as quick as possible in the way that I did because of you lot meant I could get started on my getting well. And you've all given me the greatest gift in getting me here. This time here has just been so fundamentally important in my growth and my recovery, especially in terms of my feeling truly like the man I am, because my experiences in AA here have been, I initially didn't come out in the rooms of AA. I was non-disclosing as a trans person and it didn't feel right. I came out as trans and there was just really, it was like, so what? We just know you as Finn and that's absolutely fine. And that has been so, so special to me. And so anybody in Dawlish watching this, thank you. You seeing me just as a man I am, even with the knowledge of who I used to be, has just been such an important part of my recovery. So to everybody that made this move possible, those who paid into my GoFundMe account, all the support you've given me, thank you from the bottom of my heart. This time here has been so, so special, and it's been amazing for you all to be a part of that. You know, this is the amazing thing about life, isn't it? We don't survive on our own. Nothing that I ever am is just from me. It's from my interaction with my environment and with other people, and that builds who I am today, you know, and I'm just really grateful for that. So yes, new adventures on to Sussex this weekend. My lovely friend Chris is picking me up and driving us down on Saturday, so I shall be established in Eastbourne on Saturday, and I will of course continue to update on my travels and how the flat progresses. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody. Sad, but good sad. Kind of saying goodbye sad in a positive saying goodbye sad, that I was with this person being Dawlish, for the right amount of time, for the right reasons, and now it's time to move on. So yeah, it's my little reflection of Dawlish. I kind of don't want to sign off. I feel like if I sign off, that's definitely it. But I'm going to sign off. Oh dear. Thank you for sharing this moment with me, everybody. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart, everyone who made this move possible and who, in doing so, have contributed to this new growth in confidence, self-awareness, self-knowledge. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Love you all. I'll update in Eastbourne. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.